Yo, welcome back to another podcast episode of Stars Talking Cowboys. Starring Sean Fox, K Boogie, and Cowboys Nikki is in the building.
You gonna dig this. Let's go.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's popping, man? What's going on, man?
Man,
What's up, man?
It's been a minute.
Yes, it has been. We've been on an extended vacation.
Yes, we have, man. And as we were talking offline, life has been lifing.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's and family comes first. So it is what it is. But it's football season. It's Dallas Cowboys time. But once again, I'm one of your hosts, Sean Fox. They call me OG Fox because of all this gray hair right here. We got K Boogie on the line.
Yes, sir. K Boogie's in the building.
And we got Cowboys Nikki being incognito right now.
Queen Nikki. What you doing, Queen Nikki?
So man, it's preseason football time. And it is time for some Cowboys football. Are you excited?
Somewhat. I'm somewhat excited. The reason why I'm not overly excited, the way I'm usually full of vigor, is I'm trying to see what's going on with Jerry Jones. I mean, Jerry Jones says he's all in 1 minute. We know he's lying. And then we have Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb who wants extensions, and it just seems like he's just, taking his time. It's like, Jerry, clock is ticking. The season starts in a couple weeks, and what's going on with you? But what I am excited for, though, I get to see Trey Lance in action. I've been looking forward to that. That's what I've been looking forward to, seeing Trey Lance get some reps. He still needs to basically improve his footwork. He's not basically trusting his eyes. So that was one thing I wanted to see his progression. That's the one thing I am excited of. I wanted to see Trey Lance get down. But Jerry Jones, man, he better stop. Whatever he's doing, stop the pettiness. Sign your boys. Let's get this thing together. Because I don't know. I don't know. It seems like he doesn't have a sense of urgency right now. And that's the problem. Especially after we lost to Green Bay and the way we lost to Green Bay. He has no sense of urgency right now. And the fan base is anxious. The fan base is antsy. They want to see results right now. And Jerry Jones is like being Jerry right now. When he see a mic, he's saying things that he doesn't even believe, just so he can actually publicize the Cowboys. And that's not fair to the fans. It's not fair to the players either. It's not. But Jerry's just Jerry. He's jonesing.
Yeah, he really is. And I was talking everywhere I go. What's up, Brian? Everywhere I go, and I talk to Cowboy fans and non-Cowboy fans. I go back to me being a high school referee, and after our meeting yesterday, we got two guys that are Cowboy fans that are referees with me, and we were sitting down after our referee meeting, and everybody said the same thing. They wish that Jerry would just shut up. Shut up. and let the players play, let the coaches coach, and do what he needs to do to try to get us to win us, to get the players in here for us to win. But we talked about the playoffs last year, and as hyped as everybody was, and Jerry was in the meeting. In the media, and look what happens. We get blown out. So, with that being said, it's just time for Jerry just to be quiet and let this team do what they do. I think he puts more pressure. What's up, Chris? I think he puts more pressure on the team than anybody else does.
He does. He just needs to be quiet. To me, he's the modern day Don King. You know what I'm saying? Always running his mouth, always trying to publicize the Cowboys. Dude, relax. Let the players play. Let the coaches coach for once. Just for once. The Al Davis, the George Steinbrenner comparisons are right there. I've seen it, especially with George Steinbrenner. Like, Jerry, just let the players play and the coaches coach, please. Please. That's all we're asking. But he doesn't want to. He just, as soon as you see a mic, he turns into a rapper. It's done. He just turns into a rapper. He starts mumbling too. He sounds like a mumble rapper. That's just Jerry Jones. Jerry needs to just let the players play, let the coaches coach, let Mike McCarthy have the mic. Let that whoever LCD talk. But Jerry's been like that ever since Jimmy left, though. He always grasping at the spotlight. Like, come on, dude. We haven't won in 30 plus years, man. Come on. It's about time. It's about time. But how can you get excited, though, Foxy? Because every time Jerry Jones goes to a mic, he says something that nobody understands. He's speaking in code.
Yeah. and them, you know, and them little sayings that he says is just, it's getting old now. You know, like I said, I want the season to start. I want, and in my personal opinion, before we get into the topic, I'm kind of loving the media attention that we are not getting thus far. We're getting some, but it's not like it has been in the past. You know, a lot of it is about CD Lamb. It's not about the Cowboys in general. And in the media, the sports commentators that I see, or the sports shows that I see, they're 50-50 on what kind of season we're going to have. You know, some are saying that, you know, we're going to have they think that since we still got the core of our players, that we're going to have a good season. And then the others are saying that, you know, we're not even going to get nowhere near the playoffs.
Really?
What's up, Nikki?
Yeah, she's got this stoic look on her face like, yo, come on, man. That's not the queen. What you doing?
I mean, I wonder when y'all was gonna let the people know I was here.
We said that.
We did.
We said it about 15 minutes ago.
Exactly. Oh, you want me to sing "She's a Queen to Be"? That's what you was waiting for.
Whatever.
Oh man.
Anyway, hey, what's up?
What's going on? What's popping? What's cracking-lacking?
Welcome everybody. We back.
We back. And obviously here's our first topic.
So is the drama. We back.
We are back with drama.
Too much drama, Jerry. Jerry just loves
too much drama.
That's why I call him Don King. He loves drama. He loves drama. He's a rapper. He's a mumble rapper. He's everything. I can't take him.
He talks too much. He talks too much. He just needs to learn that everything does not need to be said. Everything does not have to be put on blast. Everything does not have to. You don't have to come to the media and tell private conversations that you have with your players. You know, especially if you're working on a deal with them and you know that you want to keep them. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to bring it to the media to make yourself look like the bigger person or the biggest, baddest person. You know, do what you need to do. Get it done. Get it handled. Every offseason that it's time for a player to get paid, we go through nothing but consistent drama. So, and it always starts with Jerry. That's why I be like, sometimes I be like, I wish Al Davis come get him because I'm tired of him.
You mean George Steinbrenner too? They waiting for him.
That's you know, like that's the people that's who mentored him, and you know that's things that he picked up on and things that he did, and it's like the older he's getting worse and worse and worse and worse by the day, you know. But like I always say, we're so quick to want to say, hey, we need to get rid of Jerry or we're ready for Jerry to go. But we don't have nobody following behind Jerry that's better. Steven is worse than Jerry. So you think we think we that's what we want? Only way I could see that get better with Steven, if Steven says, you know what, I'm gonna do what my dad didn't do, is go ahead and hire GM. and not be GM. That's the only way I could see it working differently. Other than that, if he plans on keeping the same hat that Jerry has and following it all the way Jerry's doing it, we in for it ain't gonna change. It's not gonna change. Now I give business. I give both sides of the business. And I do understand that Steven's point of view is that he doesn't want to continuously have us in cap hell. But what is the difference in having us in cap hell and winning and not being cap hell and still not winning? I don't care about cap hell if we long as we winning. I can even survive saying we'll be another 10 years before we get another Super Bowl. But can we get that number 6? Then we worry about the 5, 6, 7, 8 years later down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like this is always Leo's argument. But they trying to set us up for 5, 6, 7 years down the line. I don't care about 5, 6, 7 years down the line. I might not be here 5, 6, 7 years down the line. We need to be in the win now mode. Now. Not next week. Not next month. Now mode.
So let me ask you a question. So do you think we need more players or a different mentality? That's my thing. I don't know if bringing in other players from other teams would just, get us over the top. I think some of this has to do with our mentality more than anything else. I watched that wide receiver series on Netflix, and the difference between us and the 49ers is they have each other's backs. They get down, I got you, don't worry. And they play with physicality, which we don't. Last year against Green Bay, we played soft. On both sides of the ball, we got punched in the mouth, and we didn't punch back. So sometimes, I sit down and I write down certain things. I'm like, is it the physicality or is it adding new players? I think it's the mentality and the physicality, to be honest with you, because we have one of the best rosters. Well, we had one of the best rosters before. You know what I'm saying? We were the number 2 seed last year, but we didn't play like it. We didn't play like it.
So, it goes back to what I say, that you need in playoffs games, like Sean always say, playoffs always takes playing well, great coaching, and a little bit of luck. But you also need your star players to be stars during that time. And you need the players that's not such big stars, you need them to become stars at that time. That's when you need the elevation of not just your players, but you also need that elevation of your coaching. It's kind of like once we get to that step, we don't know how to move out of the step, and that comes with starting with the mentality of your coaches in your locker room, and then it goes to your players and how they bring it to the field. The last 2 games, 3 say playoff games, it's like they play with fear in them. Like they play with fear in their eyes. They play with fear in them. They didn't hit the field running. And our problem is we always having to come from behind in these games. We always having to, or either we trying to protect a small lead, a 3-point lead, a 2-point lead, a 1-point lead. We're never going to open up the bridge to give us that space and room for error. We're always playing in a moment of we can't have no mistakes. We can't do this. It's fourth quarter. We can't afford a penalty. That's how we're always playing in these playoff games. We're playing from behind, and we're not playing with the simplicity that we need. And that starts with coaching. I'm sorry, but it starts at the top. It starts at the top.
Yeah, Frankie. This green team guy did Crockerbruski on the show. That's why he is who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
Jazzy Jeff. That's what Jazzy Jeff does. That's what
Cool.
Jazzy Jeff does. It's
What's
all
good?
What's
Usually
going
it's
on, player?
cognac. Usually he has a shot of cognac in there.
Yeah,
I didn't.
usually.
I didn't have enough time to pour one, so I just grabbed a beer real quick. I'll pause for the cause here in a little bit and grab something else.
You sure you're not in Philly right now?
Huh?
You sure you're not in Philly right now with the beer and all that? You know how y'all get
I'm
down.
back home, bro. I'm back
You know how
home.
y'all get
Back at
down.
home at the house.
Well, that's why this show is the way we are. We're gonna be ourselves
That's right.
regardless. So with that being said, let's go to our first topic real quick. And Frankie has already asked about CeeDee Lamb. Does he deserve to get paid?
He deserves to get paid, but not to be the highest paid. That's my thing with CeeDee Lamb. He at least needs to be number 2. I don't think he's Justin Jefferson number 1. 33 million, 34 million, that should be the target annually in my book. So I don't know what he wants really. I don't.
Is there any truth to the he turned down 33? I see you shaking your head, Nikki. So I'll take that.
Is it the guaranteed money? How much guaranteed money was it? That's another thing too. Is the
I don't know.
guarantees?
I didn't see details. I heard it was just the way it was structured. He wanted
Guaranteed.
upfront.
It's the guaranteed and the years.
Yeah. They want to stretch it out, didn't they?
Dallas want to stretch it out,
Mm.
but that's not how he wants it. How him and his agent wants it structured, and also it's also some language in it that they didn't like, which the language part Jerry's willing to take out, willing to fix, or whatever. I think the only issue they're trying to deal with is the years. It's the years. I think they didn't kind of bridge the gap on the guaranteed amount now. Now it's the years that they're trying to bridge the gap on.
So let me see if I can put some of these stats up here, because we talked about Justin Jefferson. So let me see if I can get their stats up here. I hope everybody can see this. This is career stats.
Full career.
Yeah. So CeeDee has more games. CeeDee has 3 more receptions. Justin Jefferson has about 700 yards more receiving, 2 more yards per reception. CeeDee has 2 more touchdowns. CeeDee has triple, a little bit over triple the rushing attempts. He way more rushing yards. 3 rushing TDs. He has punt returns and punt return and kickoff return for a touchdown. Justin Jefferson has 3 Pro Bowls. CeeDee has 3. Justin Jefferson has 3 All Pros. CeeDee has 2, and Justin Jefferson has a Offensive Player of the Year, AP Offensive Player of the Year. So once again, like I said, does he deserve Justin Jefferson's money?
Yeah.
And I guess that's the biggest take right now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But I would say that I think Justin Jefferson, the yards with Justin Jefferson declined a lot with him this year too, because he did miss games due to injuries. um, as well. So I think that also plays a role in why it's such a big difference between him and CD, because CD played a full year plus the playoff game. Jefferson, obviously, he didn't play a full year. Plus, of course, they didn't make. Did they make to the playoffs? I don't remember. I don't remember.
No, they
So,
did the
so
year before.
Minnesota.
The
Now
year
think
before
about
they
this
did.
though. Minnesota traded away their all pro tight end. What was his name?
TJ Hawkinson.
CJ,
Hawkinson. Yeah, and
No,
Hawkinson
he's
was
still there. He's still there. That was
no.
Detroit that traded him.
He,
TJ still there?
which
Didn't
one?
they send him to Detroit?
No,
Or you talk, no,
Detroit
the
traded
one that
him.
went down to Tampa, right?
the other
Somewhere he
one.
went somewhere down south.
Yeah, the other tight end before before he got there. So he was Jefferson was not only the number one receiver, but he was damn near the only
Kyle
threat.
Rudolph.
No, it was
No, that's
Alan.
old.
What's his name? Thielen.
Oh,
Oh, the wide
No,
receiver.
he ain't a tight end though.
he went. He
He's
went.
a
He not a
receiver.
tight end. He wide
Yeah.
receiver. He with the Panthers though.
He went to Carolina. So
Yeah,
once he left, all those receptions went to Jefferson.
But he just left last year, right?
2 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, Thielen's been gone for 2 years.
It's 2 years now.
Yeah.
Jefferson to me is a different player than CD at times. Don't forget that we had questioned was CD a number one. How many times we questioned because of his drops and his lack of concentration? At one time we questioned that. Remember? He was on this show and we questioned that when they traded Amari Cooper.
And
So
how
he
many
had to
drops he
develop
had
in
last
that.
year?
That was his body language. It was his body language.
That too. I don't know how many drops he had last year. He didn't have many, not like the previous years he had drops because of the lack of concentration. I've never really seen JJ drop that many passes. And his concentration is always on point. And I'm a CD fan. He's on my wall of fame. I'm a CD fan. But just stepping out of the Cowboy fandom, JJ is basically one of the best route runners, and coaches, when he's on the field, they say, yo, how we going to stop him?
And that's true.
How they going to
That's
stop
true.
him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with that. That's true.
You know, it took CD a while for CD to get to that level that JJ was on, in my opinion. That's just me.
But this is a lead that you are paid by what you done, what you have already done, and what they hope you do, you can continue to do. That's what you're paid by. And in my honest opinion, if you're not gonna pay Lamb, who do you have? Who do you have? So you rather have an angry number one wide receiver because you refuse to pay him when the numbers say this is what he's worth. So you rather have a unruly number one wide receiver that let's just say even if the deal don't get done, at the end of the day, CD's still under contract. At the end of the day, eventually he's gonna still have to show up. At the end of the day, even if they don't give him a contract, they can franchise tag him next year if that's what they would choose to do. Even if so, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Jerry still got the leverage. But my point is, why have a angry wide receiver that now he's definitely, you're talking about his concentration definitely not going to be there. Now he's just going to be a body. He's just going to be there because he's not happy. And he feel like he's not getting his worth. I mean, it's wide receivers that's not that didn't got. I mean, you got, for God crying out sake, they're not getting as much as the wide receiver, but goddamn, you got kickers getting paid.
Yeah. Can I address Wayne Charles's comment real quick about those 700 yards? Because y'all know I'm a stats guy. So Justin Jefferson rushing has 28 yards. CeeDee Lamb has 318 yards. So out of that 700 yards, let's go ahead and put 290 yards off of that. So now we're down to 500, we're down to 400 yards. On top of that, Justin Jefferson has 0 kick returns and 0 punt returns. CeeDee has 1 kick return for 47 yards, 1 for 47 yards and a touchdown. He also has 38 punt returns for 311 yards. So if you add all those yards up, that 700 doesn't make any difference. So they're about even in yards as far as the field is concerned. Jefferson has me maybe by 100 yards. How many carries did he have? Justin Jefferson had carries. Let me go back to it. I just seen it here. He had 12 carries for 28 yards, 2.3 average, 1 touchdown. CeeDee had 48 carries for 308 yards, 7.4 yards per average, and 3 touchdowns.
So they neck and neck.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, if we're just talking yards, there's a 100-yard difference between Jefferson and around 150 yards difference between Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. So I just wanted to put that out there.
It's close, but I'm still going to give the edge to JJ by this much, just by that much.
I think Jefferson's a bad boy. I think Chase is a bad boy. But you can't go wrong with either.
Chase holding out too, right?
Yeah, Chase is holding out too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as much as I hate to say that, look at A.J. Brown.
It's his fault.
In Philly.
It's A.J.'s fault. It's A.J.'s fault. He's getting $32 million a year. It's A.J.'s fault. And they have the same agent.
Why y'all mad, though?
The same agent is A.J.'s
fault.
Blame it on A.J.
He got the deal done early. He's like, look, I'm trying to stay here. Let's make money happen. And they did. JJ out here waiting for fucking tea leaves to fall.
He's a top 3 receiver in the NFL. A.J. Brown, let's call it what it. Let's keep it 100. Is A.J. Brown a top 3, a top 5 receiver in the NFL?
Statistically, right now, no.
He's better than who else? Tyreek Hill?
Statistically, no. But he's a matchup nightmare.
That's why I said he's messing up CeeDee's money. A.J. Brown is messing up the money because CeeDee is looking at that and saying, yo, A.J. Brown's not better than me. How is he getting $32 million a year? That's telling you.
Pay him 34.
I would be mad too.
Pay him 34. He didn't like 33. Pay him 34.
Shit. It's always the Eagles' fault.
It's always the Eagles' fault. They hate us because they hate us, and Howie Roseman is a freaking genius.
But you got to think about it. This is no different. The wide receiver market is no different than the quarterback's market.
Yeah, you're right.
It's going to keep resetting itself. It's going to keep resetting itself. It's going to keep resetting itself.
Yeah.
Because let's even talk about let's even talk if we want to talk about money. Let's talk about Dak and his situation. Everybody's saying Dak don't deserve this and Dak don't deserve that. Well, I just had a brain fart. All these quarterbacks that got all their money, with the exception of the kid from Cincinnati who took his team to the Super Bowl.
Burrows.
Look at all Burrows. Yeah, look at all those kids. Look at all those quarterbacks that got their money. So we want to talk about stats and yards and money. Then Dak deserves to be in the top 3 as far as a quarterback is concerned.
Pay that man.
Listen, he's getting paid $55 million.
Frankie said,
money.
Look at Jordan Love. one good season, and it is the highest average paid quarterback in the league off of one good season.
They better hope that don't backfire, bro.
Hey.
I'm not saying it will, but I'm saying they better hope it don't.
Listen, you know what it is? Green Bay has some good weapons too to make them look good.
Well,
Their offense is stacked. And wide receiver, running back, and tight end, their offense is stacked. So that's why he's getting paid.
And you know, people are going to be mad at that. Oh, they got a damn super team. Well, isn't that the job of the GM to make your team a freaking super team?
Exactly.
Like, why are people so pissed? Well, you got all this talent. You say that like it's a bad thing, right? Like we're supposed to not have talent on any team, so you can't compete for a ring, right? We're cool with mediocrity. This isn't Washington, right? That ain't how we roll, right? We're talking about our two teams, Dallas and Philly, right? We should have all-star teams that are ready to compete. So I hate the argument. I hate it. He wouldn't have done anything without his team. No, the team wouldn't have done anything without him neither. Both for Jalen and for Dak. Pat Mahomes deserves a ton of money, right? But Pat Mahomes got his money a long time ago. And
he needs like, $70 million.
He's like, look, I'm gonna do the Tom Brady thing on you, right? I'm gonna take low money now over a long period, right? Let you plus up every once in a while for bonuses and whatnot. But I'm gonna take a low cap money, low cap cost, so you can build around me, right? Do exactly what Brady did in New England. So, but
get it back in advertising and
absolutely. State Farm, Campbell's, Fisher Price, whatever, little Kermit the Frog's on and whatnot. Like he's gonna make that money. Netflix movies.
Justin Herbert.
He did not deserve that money. I'm sorry. He ain't shown enough.
No, he hasn't even won a playoff game.
He hasn't been around long enough. He hasn't won a playoff game. He hasn't shown enough to really put himself near that top tier.
What did the kid in Jacksonville do to get the contract that he got? I
mean, he took him into the playoffs, but
he almost beat Kansas City that one time.
Yeah, I mean, Jacksonville's has spurts, but I don't necessarily agree with everybody that got paid where they got paid at. But you know what? At the same time, as an Eagles fan, I love it because it pushes the market higher and higher.
TV money. That's what it is. The TV money.
Yeah.
And it's the market. TV money in the market is these contracts are skyrocketing. Hopefully, with the new collective bargaining agreement, the quarterbacks will have their own cap compared to the other players. I've been wishing and praying because the astronomical payments for the quarterback should be separated from the team. It should be separated. That's my belief.
I agree with you.
Because think about it.
A lot of people have been talking about it.
When you draft well, it's going to impact you more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that I hate about the salary cap. It hurts you when you draft well. And it benefits you when you don't. That's crazy. That's why I can't stand the cap, to be honest with you. It hurts you. It hurts you when you draft well.
I love it, though. Because it forces you. It forces you to work, right? Right. It forces everyone to fit a constraint and really figure out ways to build their team with the changing of the bodies and the personnel and free agency and everything else. Like it takes a literal mathematical genius to really do this stuff. I think that's what I find so intriguing about it.
Somebody's been watching ESPN.
Corey said Trevor Lawrence, it was his hair that got in the contract.
Yeah.
So if you look at the contract, if you look at the contracts right now, you got Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, and Jordan Love, the three highest paid quarterbacks in the league right now, making $55 million. You got Joe Burrow, who took his team to Super Bowl once. Jacksonville had one playoff win. Jordan Love had one playoff win. Then you got Tua at 53.1. What has he done? All right, you got Jared Goff at 53. You could say he took his team to the playoff,
and he went to the Super Bowl before.
Yeah, conference championships too.
Detroit, the Lions. So yeah, okay. but Justin Herbert is right under him at 52.2. What has
And
he
he
done?
ain't done nothing.
Nothing.
He's getting paid
Yeah.
on potential.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I just said about the wide receivers. Same thing. They getting paid. It's potential. Is what it's potential. But you can't even say that they paid these quarterbacks out for what they done because they done nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't even say that's what they paid them out for. Now, if I could go a step further, because it bothers me and it irks me that they have to fight. The black man got to fight for their contracts, and these white quarterbacks ain't got to fight for it. Simple as that. And it's just keeping it. And it's not to try to change the make it different than what it is, and bring race into it. But we have to keep it 100. We have to be real about it. If you go down. Except an owner like Howie that took care of Jalen immediately.
Yeah.
But
And I was
you
going to
know,
say that after
other
that
ones,
list,
they have to fight to get their money. Look at Lamar. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just keep it 100, Lamar shouldn't have had to fight to get his money like he did. He shouldn't have had to. Not if they just turned around and just threw money to Herbert and just threw money to Trevor Lawrence. He shouldn't have had to fight to get his money.
No, you right.
oh yeah, you're right. So let me throw some more numbers at you. We talked about after Justin Herbert is Lamar at 52. Then after that is Jalen Hurts at 51. I'll give him that. Now check out these next list of names, and you tell me is it fair that these guys got this money? And then, no, I'm not gonna say it's fair that these guys got this money, but I want you to tell me where Dak would rank out of these guys. Kyler Murray, 46.1. Deshaun Watson, 46.
All
Patrick Mahomes,
guaranteed money.
yeah,
All
Guaranteed.
guaranteed.
That's the asterisk on that one.
yeah. Patrick Mahomes, which should be top
He
of
should
the
be at
list
top of
right
the
now,
list.
is at 45. Kirk Cousins is at 45.
That's
Josh
crazy.
Allen is at 43. Then check out these three names. Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, and Matt Stafford, all at 40 million.
It's crazy.
That's average, right?
Who was the last one again?
Matthew Stafford.
Dak
Stafford.
Prescott, Daniel Jones, and Matthew Stafford,
Yeah.
all at 40 million.
Well, I can tell you 2 of those 3 are going to make more money. One of them probably won't make much more money, especially after guarantees are out after this season.
Oh yeah, they not
he
ever.
he may be looking like a Carson Wentz, WINCE after that.
All right, we got a question here.
I can't find it.
Not based on career, but based on right now, this season. What order would you put these QBs in? Hurst, Prescott, Sproles, Jackson, Stroud, Rodgers, Allen.
Leave it up.
Jeff, I'll let you. Let's let Jeff go first, and then Nikki, you can go. And how would you put those ranked up?
I would say of that list, I probably put Burrow, Jackson, Rodgers, Prescott, Hurts, Stroud, Allen.
Okay, Nikki.
Why are you looking at me like that, K-Boogie?
No, I'm reading
Okay.
the screen. I'm reading the screen.
Making sure.
You.
I gave my synopsis and you squinted real quick. I was like, "Oh, he don't like something."
No, I was looking at the screen trying to understand who I'm gonna put first.
Yeah, we can address why.
Nikki, who would you have?
If I just had to, but there's so many factors I would have to bring into this if why I would do this. But I would actually put Burgos first. Then I would take Jackson. Then I would take Stroud. Then I would take Rodgers. Then I would take Allen. Then I would take Dak. Then I would take Hurts.
All right, K Boogie.
I got Jackson first, Burrows, then Rodgers, then Allen, then Hurts, then Prescott, and then Stroud, based on playoff wins, Super Bowls, what have you. Clutch performances as well. Clutch performances is big on my list.
And that's why I would say Burrows first.
And that's where that falls down the list, unfortunately. And I love that, but the proof is in the pudding. He's 2-5 in the playoffs. So
that's facts.
All right. I got Burrows, Jackson, Rodgers, Prescott, Hurts, Stroud, Allen.
Ooh, you a homer?
He almost had the same order I did.
No, I mean, no, I'm not saying no, that not the same order, but my reason for taking Burrows first, one is because Burrows to me is more of the clutch quarterback. Burrow's O-line is what failed him these last 2 years. It's the O-line that failed him. But I think if Burrow's had a great O-line and he had the time he needed in the pocket and the time he needed to do the things he needed to do, easily Cincinnati would have been a different team than what they were last season. They were only the team they were because they did not have Burrows most of the season and because they had a very bad O-line. The reason why I had I know a lot of people like Stroud, but Stroud for me, I just think he's younger, and I just think he's he's more athletic. So that's why I put him in a position that I put him in. Aaron Rodgers, even though Aaron Rodgers has the age on him, but if he has the O-line, he has the time, Aaron Rodgers will still shred you. He know the game. He can read defense. He can do all of the above. That's just my opinion. I mean, that's just my thoughts on why I picked the artist that I picked. I don't like Josh Allen. So I'm not going to even lie and tell y'all that's why I put him for any specific reason other than I don't like him. Because he wants to be the hero for everything. And it's games that Buffalo could have won. Like even last year, they could have beat Kansas City if Josh Allen was a team player in clutch situations. He wants to be the hero, so he hurts his team the most.
You know who he reminds me of, Nikki? He reminds me of prime Carson Wentz. Who was all about hero ball.
Wait a minute. Diggs dropped that ball. You can't blame that on Allen. That ball went right through Diggs' hands. You can't blame that on Allen now. Wait a minute.
I'm not talking about that play. It was even a play. It was a play after that. That if all Allen had to do was throw the ball. He had a man wide open. He chose to try to run and get it himself and got stopped.
Who's led the league in turnovers over the last?
I was just about to say it. Thank you.
And Danny Crimes.
Thank you.
Josh Allen and Danny Crimes. They neck and neck.
Him and Danny Crimes, baby.
Here you go.
Yeah, I get it.
No,
and I'm not. My next statement is not necessarily a comment to bash Dak or to praise Dak. But you got Cowboy fans who say that they would rather have Josh Allen over Dak Prescott.
Oh.
What? When? Really?
It's tons of them.
Really? Oh, I know why. I know why.
Because he runs.
Him and Patrick Mahomes, they battled in that playoff game, and there have been. That may be it.
But he can't. Yeah, but he can't never beat him. Because you know why? Goes back to what I said. He can't beat him because what? he wants to be the hero in the end. If he just be
I mean-
just a little bit team player in the end of some of those games that he lost to Kansas City, Buffalo get out of there with a win and send Patrick Mahomes home.
So Corey said his top is Jackson, Burrows, Prescott, Hurts, Stroud. He got Hurts twice. Rodgers and Allen.
He couldn't decide where he want to put him.
And Wayne said he's taking Allen over that.
Nope.
Well, we expect
course
Wayne
he
to
would.
say that he's a
Of
Philly.
course, Wayne would.
Nope.
So of course,
Of course, Wayne
we
World
expect him to
would.
say that. We expect him to say that.
I get that people love CJ Stroud so much, but until we see him in his sophomore year, it's really hard to give him all that praise. You know what I mean? Like, he did phenomenal, and I'm not going to knock what the kid did last year, right? But it's year 2, right? Show me again.
It's year 2 with
Show me
him.
again, and then show me again, and then
Yeah.
I'll have no problem putting you in the upper echelon.
Right.
He's
He's
close.
good though.
He's close.
good.
He's damn good.
He's athletic.
Right?
He's more athletic, but it's year 2 with film. Y'all can't believe that they're gonna let him do all the things that he did last
Exactly
season.
what I'm saying.
What up, Cuzzo?
Yeah.
But listen, he has a better team this
You
year
did
too
it,
than
Cowboy.
last year.
Yeah, he do.
That's
He
another
do.
thing. Stroud
it's all
has a
about
better
coaching.
team.
It's all about
Listen,
coaching.
Stroud's been like that at Ohio State, though. Don't forget,
he
if
was good.
Ohio State would have had a kicker, they would have beat Georgia, and they probably been national champions.
True.
Don't forget about Stroud. Stroud,
Yeah.
he's the real deal. I like the kid.
But they don't call it sophomore slump for nothing.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I just want to
I
see.
know.
I
Unless
just
you
want to see
Patrick
how he
Mahomes,
handles it.
everybody got to travel that road. Unless you Patrick Mahomes, everybody gonna travel that road.
We can even use our quarterback. We can even use Dak. Dak had a phenomenal rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in sophomore year?
Well, that's sophomore year. Blame that on
that's
the left tackle.
That's sophomore year. But okay, so who you blame that on? See, that's what I'm. See, that's the only thing that aggravates me with some of our fans. They make excuses for everything.
Blame that on that left tackle, that Atlanta Falcon game. That turned everything around.
That was Chaz Green.
Oh my God.
Chaz Green.
Yo, that
I'll
game
never
was
forget
pitiful.
Chaz. I'll never forget him. Chaz Green, and old boy that's supposed to be taking his place. He is Chaz Green 2.0.
Nah, he hurt. Thank God he's hurt. We're not playing him. Not at all.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Guyton is gonna be all right.
He's Chaz Green 2.0.
We'll see.
But we'll see. But
What's up, Mr. Cowboy?
hey, Jerome.
What's up? Hey, how y'all doing?
I checked you out earlier today.
Yeah, I come over here with my play cousin. Yeah. I appreciate it.
I didn't know you was on today. I didn't get the alert.
Yeah, I had to we had kind of had to call an audible. My producer got some stuff going on, like some personal stuff going on tomorrow, so we had to go try to squeeze in today.
So,
let's next week we'll be on Wednesday.
All right. So I want you to rate these quarterbacks here.
Okay.
You jumped on right at the right time. So rate them quarterbacks, and then Nikki can kick off our next topic.
What is the next topic?
So you said Prescott, Burrows, Jackson. So who am I taking first? Second?
Put them in order of how you
got to
would
put
take
them in order.
how
Right
you would
now.
take them.
I want to go Joe Burrow first, but he can't stay healthy. He
But
always
that's not
hurt.
his
Like,
fault.
it is his fault. He don't let QB get hit. All these QBs get hit. He need to.
Hey, not too much on my LSU quarterback now.
I mean, when he healthy,
Much.
he one of the few guys that got a victory over Mahomes in the postseason, right? So
Right.
When he's healthy, he liked it, but he ain't healthy. Like he stay hurt. So it's I want to pick him number one.
That's who I picked.
I want to. Yeah, I take Burrow than one.
I put Jackson first.
See how easy that was for me to get him on my team?
I put Burrow in one.
I put Jackson first.
The power of a woman.
I don't know. Let's just when this okay. So if postseason chips on the line, who I trust more? I'm going Burrow one. I guess I'll go Rodgers two, and then I go Lamar, Allen, Dak, Stroud.
Where you putting Hurts?
He ain't on the list.
Yeah. I guess I'm sorry. So will I take Hurts?
I'm sorry, my Bama boy. I had to do it to my Bama boy. I'm sorry.
I guess I put Hurts behind Dak because I think I'd take Dak over Hurts. So I guess Dak, Hurts, then Stroud.
This season?
And Wayne said this season, right? Wayne said this season.
Oh, this season. You saying this season, Aaron Rodgers finna plummet. Because, I mean, last time we saw Aaron Rodgers, he lasted 5 plays.
Yep.
Right? So, and then at his age, that injury at his age, we don't know what we getting.
We don't know what we getting.
I'll tell you, I changed my order when I saw that this was for this season.
For this season.
Yeah, I'll change my order too.
All right, let me change mine then. So for this season, I'm still taking Burrows at one. Josh Allen's such a flight risk, man. Like he looks really, really good, and then he just done. You like, dude, what the hell are you looking at, right? So
he's selfish.
He is. He tries to do.
See, I know.
He has the Romo syndrome. Syndrome.
Yeah.
That's
so
what he does. He has a Romo syndrome.
Yeah, Rodgers gonna plummet though, man. So I don't. Give me Jackson. Dan Allen. I think. You know what? Give me Dak. Give me Dak after Allen, and then give me Hurts. Give me Stroud, and then give me Rodgers.
Wow.
So you put Stroud all the way down now.
He put
Stroud was down there.
Damn receivers.
Yeah, but the thing with Stroud though,
like trash cans up there.
Who talking about Stroud?
Yeah. No. Josh Allen got none but rookie. He got that one rookie and a whole bunch of trash cans.
Keon Coleman a bad boy.
Keon Coleman a beast.
Keon Coleman a bad boy. And he still got that tight
Keon Coleman
a different beast though.
Yeah,
he's a different beast.
But hey,
Dalton Kincaid. He got Dalton Kincaid too now.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy.
But they're gonna run the ball more.
Yeah,
I'm gonna change my order, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go, and you guys are gonna be like, oh, this is, and I can give you a reason why I changed my order. I'm gonna go Burrows. If I go this season, I'm going Burrows, Prescott, Jackson, Stroud. I'm sorry. Hurts, Stroud, Allen, Rodgers. And why did I say that? Is because Jackson is going to have a better running game than he had last year.
Right.
We're going to have to rely on Dak a lot more because we're not going to be a stable running back as people think we are unless we make another move.
We will.
So we're going to have to have Dak.
Go get Miles Sanders.
And we're going to have to sign CD, and we're going to have to use those tight ends. So I think we're going to throw the ball a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm looking at these Tyler Guyton and BB. They walking dudes at the club, Jack.
I don't know.
I'm just saying this season. I gave my reason for this season.
Yeah, so I think that running game gonna be better than what people think. If we commit to the run and really run it.
We got to pick up one more running back though.
Yeah, we got to get another running back. In
We
my
have to-
opinion.
we need another running back.
I think we good, man. That O-line opening up some holes. They moving cash, man. So I think we'll be. I think Rico is better than what a lot of people think. I really
He
do.
can't stay healthy though. That's the thing about Rico.
I mean,
He has to stay healthy, and then you have Zeke. Where's the speed? We need more speed back there too. More
yeah, we do need
quickness.
some speed back there.
We need quickness and speed. We have to replace Pollard's
Is
production.
Malik still on the team?
Yeah, he's
Malik,
still on the team.
Malik's still on the team. Like, and Malik got some wheels on him.
Holding on by a thread.
I promise he is. I promise.
So I changed mine too, right? So for this season, I got Lamar, Joey Burrow, Jalen, CJ, Dak, A-Rod, Allen. Right?
Whoa.
So like you said, Lamar going to have that running game. He's still got a bunch of good receivers, young boys, right? Joey Burrow, if he's healthy, does well. I think they tried to address the O-line, so we should do okay. They still have a running game, so he's if he's on, he's on, right? Jalen, I think he's going to do a lot better this year. I mean, can't do any worse than what he did last year, right? So I think it's going to be a totally different season from him. CJ, like I said, I want to see year 2, so I'll put him middle of the pack just so he has room to flex. Dak, I just think with the loss of weapons that you guys have, it's going to be a little harder, but your schedule is also a little more difficult than it was last year too. So we'll see what happens. Defense is definitely going to have to work, right? And then A-Rod, because, Father Time is going to come. And it may be time. And then Josh Allen, just because I don't trust hero ball. It never works.
Like, he's such a flight risk.
I get it. Like again, he's another one of those guys. Like when he's on. But when he goes off schedule, ish goes sideways. And
when it's good, it's really
flight
good.
risk.
When it's bad, it's really bad.
Yeah. There's not much of a medium for him.
I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be all right this year. I think the Jets going to run the ball a little bit more. The Jets have some explosive players on offense.
They do, but their problem is they haven't had an O-line to be able to do anything with anyway. Now, they addressed that.
They did.
Right? They picked up 2 big tackles that should help them, but
one who's dealing with tightness already. I won't call his name.
Tyron Smith. But they drafted actually one of the best left tackles in the draft too from Penn State. So they have him out there too. But my thing with Tyron Smith though, don't forget it gets real cold here in New Jersey, in New York. It gets cold. That. And that wind in MetLife Stadium swirling, that's the only reason why I say I don't know about that pick. He should have stayed in Dallas. It's controlled. But I guess him and Jerry couldn't get on the same page. So I'm saying all these cats playing in warm weather going to cold weather, it's going to be an adjustment, a big adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're used to it from previous.
In the Northeast ain't no joke. Just like you talked about on Brandon Ayuk, if he goes to Pittsburgh is cold.
It's cold.
They play right off the water.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as bad as going to Chicago.
Ooh, Chicago. Almost, not quite, but
it's not even the temperature; it's just the wind.
Yeah, wind's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful.
And that's why Chicago's trying to, build a dome. Their new stadium's gonna have a dome on it because of the weather.
That's what I heard.
That's crazy.
It kind of takes a lot of the. I'm not gonna. Maybe I will say that, like the human element out of the game. You know what I mean? By bringing that indoors, like I get it. There's places that kind of needs it, like Minnesota, right, where it's like negative 6,000 degrees outside, right? So you need to have a dome so your people can play. But Chicago's been outdoors for how long now?
Yeah, forever.
100, 110, 120 years or however long they've been. I mean, they one of the originals, right? Like,
yeah, but that vortex in Chicago is crazy.
Are we different as people now? We can't do the cold.
Those lakes and whatever. Chicago, man, I'm telling you, it's different. It's different, man. It's just different.
Oh, I know it cuts. I know.
Whew.
I'm just saying. They're cutting out a huge part of the game that like fans love too.
Mm-hmm.
Who
I
doesn't
mean,
love
it's
who
kind
doesn't
of
love a
part
drunk white dude in the wintertime? You know,
with his
drunk
shirt
fat
off.
white dude.
With his shirt off, his -5 outside.
Hey, Jason Kelsey. Fucker.
Think
But
about Dallas.
I think it
Dallas
was.
had the hole.
Yeah, we had
The
it. It
hole
was
in the
hard.
roof.
It was bad. It was bad before we got what we got now. But
Mhm.
I think what's playing a role in a lot of these decisions too is from last year's playoff game with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills when they had like 4 or 5 fans that died. You know,
That's true.
from that. From that. So I think that's just kind of starting to play a role in their thought process and mind frame of it. So
I think
Yeah,
it's also
Buffalo's gonna have a
the
dome
turf
too.
aspect. Yeah, I think theirs is a partial dome. It's a retractable, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Shit, it's cold in Buffalo. It's cold. It's going.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's why they can
Stadium's gonna
open it
have a
up for
dome.
earlier in the year before it gets
Them in
too dumb out there.
Chicago. It's cold.
But yeah, I think a lot of it has to deal with the turf. Right? We saw a lot of those stadiums like MetLife, like AT&T, right, that had to swap out their turf for the soccer tournament, the Concacaf or whatever it was coming through. But this was all done ahead of the World Cup that's coming in 26, right? They're all going to have to switch to natural grass for the World Cup. FIFA said you will not play on turf.
Right.
So I think that also leans to having more of the indoor venues that you can do that stuff to. So we'll see though.
Hey, even Arizona has a dome stadium, but they roll the turf out and then they bring it right back in.
Yeah, they were smart with it, but they also tarp it for fucking 2 weeks before a game like idiots.
Oh.
We're going to soak it and then we're going to put a tarp over it and make the field disgusting. All right, we're not going to talk about that though. I still feel some kind of way, clearly.
About what?
Arizona.
Oh,
and
Lord.
their turf situation. Come
Y'all
on,
had
man.
the wrong cleats on.
They changed like 6 times. I don't know.
Y'all had the wrong cleats
Everybody
on.
was slipping around, but I mean, look, I'm not blaming the turf for why we played poorly, right? But when the dude who's supposed to do the turf was like, "Yeah, we kind of overdid it on this." Yes, that one's on me, bud. Like, what?
Yeah, Kansas City had to play on the same turf, though. Come
Well, no, that's why I'm not blaming the loss part. I'm just saying the field conditions were trash. But hey, Kansas City damn sure did do a much better job at figuring out what to do, so they didn't have to deal with the slippage. It is what it is.
Oh no, man! Y'all played in the link. Then the link was terrible.
When?
The stadium before the one y'all got now.
Oh, the vet.
Oh, the track.
Yeah, the vet. I guess if that stadium was. Oh my god,
that turf was the worst. That was like playing on concrete. I was told.
Yeah, that was the old school turf back in the day. The literal carpet.
Jesus.
With nothing underneath it. It was like slab and 3 millimeter thick carpet.
Hold on for a second. So, Smokey Batman, how do you like Kellen Moore so far? How do you like Kellen?
I've only seen minimal stuff in preseason, but all reports seem to be pretty good.
Yeah, that said Jalen looking good in the offense though.
We'll see.
Preseason's like practice,
vanilla.
dude.
I'm gonna tell you. We need to revisit this when Kellen Moore refuses to run the ball one game.
And he has Saquon Barkley.
And you got Saquon Barkley. He get 2-3 yard gains and he just totally abandons the run.
I think if he tries that, I think Big Dom's just gonna come over there and knock him on the head, knock some sense into him. No, because you're not getting rid of Big Dom now. The dude's got a sideline position.
Don't forget about Kellen Moore's route trees. Don't forget about that.
Well, see, here's the thing,
pointing
right?
them out. You're like,
It's
or how about this?
It's not just like so. His playbook probably is still similar, right? But there's going to be wrinkles because they're going to want things different for Jalen. Sirianni's going to want some input in there. They're going to try and do some things because obviously there's tape out there when he was in Dallas on what his tendencies and keys are. See, you can't just run.
Boise State. It's not just Dallas. It's Boise State.
Well, right, but I'm just saying, like, he's
Or
been in the
running
league
a-
long enough
or
now.
trying to
He's
run
gonna
a
have
re-
to.
or trying to run a reverse on 4th and 2 on our side, on your side of the 50.
Just cue for no reason. Like, what you doing, man?
Yeah, we'll see, man. Like I said, it's too early to tell. We'll find out week 1 in Brazil.
We just trying to give you a warning. Heads up. Just trying to give you some heads up.
Hey, if it don't
but
work,
it's gonna be some weeks you're gonna be like, whoa, he really dialed it up, right? Then some guys you're like, dude, what are you doing?
Nah, it's gonna be against top
let's
5
be fair.
defenses
That's
when he's gonna have the most trouble. When Kellen
Mhm.
Moore had to call a game versus top 5 defenses, that's when he's gonna have the most problems. Just watch.
that's where we'll see it this year. We've got a few good defenses we got to play, so we'll see for sure.
Oh,
I'm more interested in what Vic's going to do to that defense.
they looked good in on the preseason game.
Getting some of the guys back. People still getting used to their positions, figuring out where they're going to end up.
And they were praising them on the NFL radio.
1 and 2 going to be. Yeah. No, I mean, they from what I hear, they look decent. I still want to know who my first and second CB are. Is it going to be Slay and Rogers? Is it going to be Slay and Q?
Rogers gonna play the slot. Rogers
working primarily on the outside. They got Q working the slot right now.
That's a mistake. That's gonna be a mistake.
Well, they're flexing him. They're getting him inside until Slay can't do it, and then Slay gonna bump out. He's gonna go to the outside, and they'll move Coop around.
What you gonna do with Burntberry?
Yeah, I'm like,
He's like third string safety right now, bro.
Y'all did move him to safety, then.
He's a damn third string safety, bro. I'm trying to tell somebody out there, like they were talking about keeping him and somebody else, and I was like, you know what? They're just putting him out there, saying that he's doing well as safety, so we can try and hold on to any minuscule trade value they can get for him, because they don't owe him anything else. If they cut him now, is a dead even cut.
Mm-hmm.
They owe him nothing.
He looked like Anthony Brown back there. That's what he looked like. He looked like Anthony Brown back there.
I promise. Hey, Fox. Fox, look in the comment section, Fox. Look in the comment section. Still for 3. Still for 3.
See, that's the problem. He's predictable. That's the problem, though. Moore is predictable, and you can't be a OC and be predictable. You can't.
That's where I'm hoping him working with Sirianni is going to help change some of that. But again, we'll see. What's up, Andrew?
Shit, Sirianni is on the damn hot seat too. He on hot.
So I'm gonna say, like, how long?
I agree.
How long y'all think Sirianni got? Because like, if this goes left for Philly, Sirianni out of here.
Oh, without question. Yeah, without question. Right. The only reason they kept him
got a squad.
The only reason they kept him is because Sirianni said, "I'm going to give up all offensive control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring in 2 coordinators that are not green, right? And I'm going to let them run it. And I'm just going to be, the team spliff star. So if he can't hype up Busta for this year, he gone."
That sounds like Jason Garrett to me. That sounds like Jason Garrett to me. I'm just saying. I'm just calling 100. Jason Garrett did the same thing before they had to let him out of here.
The league is full of parody. Full of parody.
Wayne, come on, man. All right. Okay.
I mean, he could. He very well could.
I'm going to take a picture of that right now. I'm going to hold him to it because I don't want to hear, I didn't say that.
He said, click.
Gotcha. Kellen Moore, top. Man. Okay. Against bad teams, you
right, but you know what's funny to me on this with Wayne in particular.
Go ahead.
What's so funny to me with him in particular is
talent.
when Tyler Perry. Well, I say Tyler Perry.
He said Tyler Perry. Yo, I can't.
Oh, that's good. Holy
Blame it on the
shit.
wine. Blame it on the wine. When Kellen Moore was with Dallas, that's all he got on here saying. Kellen Moore was whack. Kellen Moore was dumb. Kellen Moore was this. Kellen Moore was he a one dimensional offense coordinator, and all of a sudden because he over there with y'all honestly you think that he gonna go to Philly and just become this big ass star. Oh, like no.
Kelly.
Like, and I'm not saying that Kellen Moore did not have some decent games and he did not have some decent play calls. But we're gonna keep it 100. We're gonna keep it 100. Most of his biggest game planning and good play calling came when we played teams under 500. He could never seem to game a game for a good defensive scheme team, for a team that knew how to play our offense, for a team that knew how to shut us down. He could never figure out how to get our players open, allow players to get open, and even just call the right plays in the red zone. Those games were the games that we kicked the most field goals in. Good teams, good defensive teams, good quarterback teams, good coached teams. So I'm keeping 100.
Yeah, he had problems. He had problems adjusting at times.
He didn't know how to adjust, and his issue was he didn't know how to adjust on the fly.
He was pass happy too. He was pass happy,
and he was very pass happy. But sometimes he didn't have no choice but to be pass happy because the stuff that they was doing wasn't working, so we was falling behind so much. And you got to throw the ball down. You got to get the ball down the field to try to score. But and the flip side of that, Philly do have two good receivers, so that may work better for him because he have two good receivers that he can actually work with, and and they are receivers that get open and they can get down the field. So on the flip side of that, I would give him that, but I don't want to hear the bragging about Kellen Moore when y'all under 500 teams. If he can put a game play together that can help win, and I could beat teams that's above 500 and better, then I could say he has grown in his coaching. Then I can give him some credit that he's grown in his coaching. But until I see that, I can't say that.
Yeah, and Barkley has to stay healthy. Barkley has to stay healthy as well.
Yeah, Barkley definitely has to stay healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that's gonna cave the whole game plan.
Yep.
If he doesn't stay healthy. And I can tell you right now who hoping he don't stay healthy. And that's the Giants. And they own
Yep.
Danny Crimes. Danny Crimes.
Well, I want to thank everybody for all these comments. It's nice to see all the participation by the listeners and the people in the chat. So keep them coming.
They back. We missed them. They back, baby. That's right.
So what was the other topic that we said we wanted to discuss? Oh, I think we needed to discuss the Trey Lance.
Oh yeah.
The Trey Lance.
Trigger Trey. His name is Trigger Trey. Let's go Trigger Trey.
Yeah,
Trigger Trey.
They don't know where he's throwing the damn ball sometimes. But
all right, you about to make K Boogie mad now.
That's my man, Trigger Trey.
That's his man.
Trigger Trey just has.
I don't have anything against Trey Lance. I don't have anything against Trey Lance at all. I like Trey Lance when he was in college. I watched him in college. I thought he would have been a very great asset to 49ers. My only issue is that he was in one of the best systems that you could be in the NFL with Kyle Shanahan. And if Kyle Shanahan, I understand he had injuries, he got hurt, so he missed a lot of time. But if Shanahan couldn't pull the best out of you in his system, because Trey Lance is a system quarterback, period. He is a system quarterback. And if Shanahan couldn't get that out of him, I don't feel like we have the coaching staff to get it out of him either. And that's just being all the way across the board 100. We have a problem with developing players. Period. We have so many players that have come through here. We did not use them properly. We didn't develop them properly. They go on to the next team or another team, and you sitting down looking at them with another uniform on another team, and you like, damn, I knew he could do that. Why we didn't do that? I knew he could do that. Why we didn't use him to do that? Because we don't have that type of coaching staff. We just don't have that with Mike McCarthy. So when Mike McCarthy go, he could take Trey with him. Simple as that. But Trey did play a better game. He did play. The more he played the other night, he did play a better game. But that was also preseason, so I'm not banking on that, and I'm not counting on that. And I'm not saying that Trey cannot be good, and I'm not saying that he's not going to be good. But I don't think we have that much time to wait to continuously develop a player if we're trying to win now. That's just my take. That's just it on it for me.
Yeah, but don't forget Trey's a backup though. We don't need Trey to start right now because we have a
At all.
top 10 quarterback, right? So Trey has only played, like I stated earlier, he only played in 28 games since his freshman year in college till now in the pros. To be honest with you,
So here's
his game is more like Jordan Love, to be honest with you. Because don't forget the first half of last year, Green Bay didn't know if they wanted to go and sign Jordan Love to a long-term deal. And it took him 4 years to get on the field. Right? So I can see the progression. All I'm saying is that Trey Lance just needs more reps. He needs to believe what he's seeing. Because right now, he doesn't believe what he's seeing because he's so antsy in the pocket. And that's from the lack of playing time.
Okay, Boogie, answer this question. Rush.
I knew it. Right at this particular point, unfortunately, it's got to be Rush. Only because his mental capacity to process is far beyond what basically Trigger Trey is going through right now. That's why. That's the only reason I'm picking Rush over him right now.
As long as you can admit that, I'm good.
No, it's
But I don't even know if it's gonna be Rush. Jared and Outright came out today and said that Trey Lance is making the 53 roster. So
I don't believe nothing Jerry say anymore.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe Don King.
I don't believe nothing say neither. But I don't believe nothing Jerry say neither. Jerry lied too much. He lied so much.
Yeah, that's it. That same dude said he was all in and ain't signed nobody.
All in, right? Yeah, he all in.
All in.
You won't sign the dudes on your roster. Talking about you all in.
He's a new mumble rapper. I told you, Jerry Jones is a new mumble rapper. He see a mic, he start rapping. You don't know what they. I
promise.
So what do you guys think? What do you think about the D tackles that we've signed?
Jordan Phillips is going to play. Jordan Phillips can play, and Carl Lawson. I'm waiting for Carl Lawson.
Yeah,
if Carl Lawson could give me at least 8 to 9 sacks, we good. We good. Because I'm going to be honest with you. There are times when I do believe that we do miss Randy Gregory a little bit. Because Michael Parsons – hold on. Because Michael Parsons slows down in the second half of the year because he's tired. Because the holding penalties, and he's not a big guy. And he's not big. So that's
Randy
why
Gregory's
I'm saying
a free agent.
Comes, he can give Mike a breather. Mike will be fresh for the second half of the year.
We don't want him.
Yeah, I'm good.
You don't want him back?
Good on Randy Gregory.
No. I'm just saying he misses them because sometimes Michael Parsons slows down.
We gave Randy Gregory everything we can give him. We gave him.
He's not coming back. He's not coming back.
He stayed in the league because of us. He stayed in the league because of Jerry.
If my Jamaican heritage was still in me, then I'd call Randy Gregory.
What would you call him?
What the heck?
What would you call him?
Ganja.
He said Ganja.
Once you sue the NFL, you out of there. Period.
Oh yeah.
Once you sue the NFL, you out of there. Like
he's lucky to be
you
That's
once
his
you see him,
agent's
you
fault.
out of there.
That's his agent. His agent is cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. That's his agent's fault.
Hey, Sean, I got an update for you. We're right. We're good now.
Oh, you had to go get it?
Yeah. I told you I was going to take a pause for the calls in the middle.
Oh Lord.
What K Boogie say about Randy Gregg, but he forget Randy Gregg is the reason why we lost that game against the 49ers.
Yeah, I know.
Them late two
One
piece.
of the reasons. One of the reasons we had 13 unforced penalties though.
Yeah,
They wasn't all on him.
but the worst three came from him when we had them stopped on third down.
Them three
Yeah.
offsides. Well, two offsides and a what
Was it
was
legal formation or
Illegal
something
formation
like
or something.
that? Yeah.
that? It was crazy. He had too much weed that day, I think, but I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying that Michael Parsons just needs a break. If Carl Lawson could give Michael Parsons the break that he needs so he can have a stronger second half of the year. That's what I'm looking forward to. Because Carl, he can play.
Mm-hmm.
He just got to stay healthy.
Well, third preseason game coming up, and is anybody gonna watch this game?
It's
I
4
don't.
o'clock on Saturday. I might.
I'll watch ours.
Trigger
Yeah, I'm
Trey's
definitely
playing.
watching it.
Trigger
Yeah, I'm
plays.
definitely watching it.
Trigger Trey
Yeah.
from start to
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
He's playing, so I might watch it if I'm not
Well, you
going
have
out
to
anywhere.
watch it. Yeah, this is the game you gotta watch because this is the game that's gonna give you your X's and your O's of who you possibly
Mhm.
your team and who's probably gonna who's gonna walk, who's gonna, So this is one of the games that you have to watch. And for
Yeah.
us, I think every spot I know is kind of solidified and but I think that last wide receiver spot gonna be a dogfight. I think we got some defensive spots that's gonna be a dogfight. And I know it's just preseason, but we have to give Zimmerman his credit and his props. He had that defense looking good.
They look
And
good.
these are second and third players that's out here
Mhm.
looking like they looking. So just imagine what the first team is possibly gonna look like with what he's doing. And I think the biggest thing for me that I'm taking away from this is the fact that he actually went out there and got linebackers that can play the position and play the spot. And we don't have all these safeties trying to convert them to a linebacker, trying to make them be a linebacker. That's hurt us a lot. And that hurt us. It was good in the beginning when it was good. But in the end, when we needed it, it broke down. And he didn't know how to pull us out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because he had us in too deep with the other scheme and the other ways that he didn't know how to pull us out of it.
Yeah, that's the thing. This league got a way of figuring you out. Like one of these OCs gonna see. Oh, okay. Well, you don't do this well, right? So, and once they expose you, everybody's gonna do
Look what happened to
it.
us.
Everybody's gonna do it. So we gonna see. Is this a anomaly, or do you really have a problem? Like, can you really not stop the run? Because these dudes just ran for 200. So we gonna do what they was doing. See, we can get 200 as well, and it was working more times than not.
See, the physicality comes from the linebacker position. And last
Yeah.
year we did not have physicality whatsoever.
Exactly.
So these teams were just running it down our throats, running it. So that's what Green Bay did in the playoffs.
But you putting
the run
B's on the field.
Wide up. Exactly.
You put 60 B's. You begging them to run it.
Exactly. You can't run dime and want to stop the run. You can't do it.
Yeah.
There's no way. A dime defense to stop the run. What did they do? You can't do that on Madden.
You can't do that on Madden. Nah.
No, come on. So that's where we need to be more physical at the linebacker position, and then we can stop the run.
Carl Lawson said something that was very profound that we needed. So we needed somebody to say in the locker room last year. He was saying that we need to stop the run, then we can have some fun.
Yep, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes, sir.
Yeah, so I was like, hell yeah, because these dudes, they just wanted to rush the pass all game. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's all.
Yeah, they just wanted to rush the pass all game. It was like, nah, dude, nah. You have to stop the run at some point.
It was a track meet. Let's go sack the quarterback. That's it.
And,
Gotta stop the run.
Jordan Phillips, he made a very good statement today as well too. You could basically he said some good. He said some good stuff, but if you listen to it real closely towards the end of it, he's straight up telling you that he's glad as hell to be out of from the Giants.
Because Danny Crimes, man, I'm telling you,
I'm like,
Danny Crimes.
I don't think he wanted to get like get penalized for saying it or get a fine or something. So he tried to word it in a certain way, but he basically said, you know, like he said he didn't even know he was getting traded, and he was like, when they told him he was getting traded, his first mind was like, good, I'm getting out of here, but he didn't know where he was going. He's like, but then when they saw him he was coming to Dallas, you know, that Dallas had just made the deal for him. He said they just made him even more. He was just like, they was like, well, you got to get your stuff out your locker. He told them, I had somebody come pick that up. I'm out. I was like, no.
Listen, the Giants might be actually coming last in the NFC East this year.
If Daniel played like
I wouldn't
he
even
played
just say the East, bro. They might be the worst team in the NFL.
Oh my God, that's the
Really?
worst $40 million spent.
You think the Giants might be the worst team?
Look, Danny Crimes is already in midseason form, throwing fucking.
He already in midseason form. Did you not say he already midseason?
Like, wow, that was his first game too. I said, come on, dude, just take
that was a bad interception. That was a bad.
You take two at that point, my guy.
Yeah.
You gave up 6. You take freaking 2. Do a Dane Orshofsky and run out the back of the end zone, something, bro. Like
he got away. He could have threw that ball in the hot dog stand once he got away from old boy. Just throw it. You had to receive on it. Just throw it in the hot dog stand.
Nah, a lot of people gonna find out about
working for him. I'll tell you that. The beard ain't working.
They can't run the ball. They're gonna be in trouble. They can't run the ball.
Who they got to run the ball?
I can't remember who, but if they can't run the ball, they're gonna be in trouble.
They got one wide receiver.
They should have paid Saquon first.
I mean, Saquon was your whole offense. Like, I didn't understand that at all. Yeah, they really did. Big time. Big time.
And it's all over Hard Knocks or whatever it is. You can see how hard they fumbled that bag. And, like, good for them for doing it, right? Because
yeah, y'all came up.
Bug them with 2 G's, right? Fuggem. Bug them. Right?
Hey, don't forget, Dayball said, if I can cure Josh Allen, I can cure Danny Crimes. Lord have mercy. Cure my ass.
How long is it going to take you for the cure, son? Like, you just mixing the elixir or what? Because I tell you, so far, he's not sipping on that potion yet.
Man.
It's done.
I'm telling you, they might be the worst team in the NFL this year.
I think so too. They look like it already.
And it's unfortunate, but that was kind of the reason why the Giants, they won't say it out loud, but that's part of the reason why they took Malik Neighbors.
Right. Yeah. That is why.
They said it on their show. Now, they get rid of the quarterback next season, get a new quarterback, and then they start rebuilding all over again.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they secretly hoping
5-year plan.
Step up.
Yeah. I think the Pats going to be worse than the Giants, though. The Patriots going to be worse than the Giants.
Okay. Oh, so they might fight for the number 1 pick. I don't know. We'll see what Bryce Young can do up in Carolina.
I'm like, the Panthers. We leaving the Panthers at this conversation.
Yeah. I haven't forgot about him. I haven't forgot about him. I'm just trying to think about him.
I forgot about him. So what are your thoughts on the Brandon Ayuk situation?
Oh my God.
He being greedy. I think he being greedy. He has a perfect situation. He has a perfect situation. You want to go play in Pittsburgh where it's cold, and they have no quarterback right now.
I mean, they do. So they say.
Who? Where they at?
They got 2. But they said
Ranger Russ.
That old line looked horrendous against the Bills.
Okay.
It looked horrendous.
It gets cold. And they have to play against the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Browns.
It's not an easy division. It's not an easy division. Yeah.
If you know what I know, you better stay in San Francisco.
Yeah, I think he was bluffing. I think he was bluffing, and they called his bluff. I thought he thought that was gonna pay him. And when they came, so okay, you want to be traded? Okay, we got you. New England wants you. No, I want to go to New England. With Cleveland.
I'm gonna go to
He didn't
Pittsburgh.
wanna he said he didn't want to go to New England because New England don't have a quarterback.
Yeah, well, Cleveland got a
I mean,
quarterback.
that's fair.
Cleveland got a quarterback and a defense.
Ooh, I'd have
No,
been
New
so mad
England.
if they'd have got Amari Cooper back. Ooh, I'd have been hot. I
Man.
would have been hot.
Who's New England's quarterback?
I said Cleveland. I said Cleveland got a
Oh,
quarterback.
he was talking about New England.
Nah, who knew? They got Drake May, who
They got
drafted.
Drake
May
May,
and,
Jacoby
yeah.
Brisket,
Jacoby
and what's his
Brissett.
name?
And
Yeah.
Milton.
Tennessee.
And
So
Milton.
Milton looked good.
Milton
Well,
got an arm.
Milton looked good week before last. Milton looked bad this week.
I did.
Now the
He
week
has an
before
arm
last,
about
Milton bowed. Yeah, week before last, Milton bowed out. But this week, I was like, Milton, what's going on?
Can we talk about the travesty that is my 2, 3, and 4 position at quarterback right now?
Mm-hmm.
Pickett.
Yeah, Kenny
He
Pickett.
gotta go.
You got Wilson Pickett.
He gotta
Good.
go, bro.
Who
He
Pickett?
gotta
Why you don't like the
go.
glove? You don't like the glove?
It ain't even about the glove. I hope the glove would help him, but so far it's not.
Who? Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, he needs to go. The problem is they invested $7 million in this scrub, so they got to figure out a way to hold on to him or find somebody who needs some help dramatically so they can offload him. Otherwise, they're stuck with him at 2, and then the guy who deserves to be the 2, Tanner McKee, who's got a hell of an arm, is now sitting at 3 again, holding the clipboard. And then old boy who just left Dallas from West Virginia,
Oh,
buddy is
Lord.
ass.
Ass.
Will
Will
Greer.
Yeah,
Will
ass.
Willie.
Yeah.
Willie Greer.
I mean, I got respect for him because I know his wife, right? I used to work with his wife back in the day, but
Yeah, that's crazy because Will Greer was
that's
so
not a
that
secret.
I don't know. He just never transferred over to being what you would want him to be in the NFL.
It happens.
He was nice.
It
in college.
happens. I mean, it's happened a few times in the last few years. You have guys who came in and looked,
Kenny
looked
Pickett.
really good in
Kenny
college.
Pickett was nice
Kenny
in
Pickett.
college.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No, I
Kenny
mean,
Pickett was nice
At
in
University of Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
he was good.
Mm-hmm.
It happens all the
And
time.
Malik. Kenny Pickett.
But
Yeah, nobody wants Pickett.
so what are y'all thinking about? What do y'all think about Pittsburgh with Russell Wilson and your boy? And they saying that both of them look bad.
Fields.
Yeah.
But they look bad too.
And
The
both
offensive
of them
line,
look
though.
bad.
That offensive line was terrible, though. That
offensive line was terrible.
It was terrible.
It was
though. It was
terrible.
terrible.
Oh,
That's
like,
why
oh my
it's hard
God.
It's hard to evaluate any quarterback when your offensive line is terrible in preseason too. So I don't know. What they're
Yeah,
gonna do.
I'm talking about it was damn near non-existent. Like you was 2-3 dudes getting loose every time. I'm like they couldn't run it, they couldn't pass it, they just could not block up front. It looked terrible.
I don't know. I think I would start Fields maybe because he's more athletic. And when the regular season starts, I think I would start him and maybe have Russell come off the bench. I don't know.
They're doing it the
Russ
other way
does hold
around.
the
They
ball
said they're
too
going to
long,
start
though.
Russ. They said they're going to start Russ and just have a package for Fields to come in. I'm not going to say necessarily like
New
wildcat,
Orleans
right?
use like New Orleans use Hill.
Yeah,
I don't like
Taysom
that.
Hill.
I don't like that because of the cold weather. I don't like that because of cold weather and who they have to face. At least
Yeah.
Fields
Well,
can use his legs. You know what I'm
but
saying?
at the same
Fields can use
time,
his legs.
where the Fields come from too, so the weather can't be a huge factor for him, right? Because he came from
Exactly.
Chicago, right? So he may do well in those winter games. Where Russ, who spent his entire career in the northwest,
Yeah, Northwest and
in
Seattle.
the northwest, like
I mean, it gets cold up there
Never
too,
really-
and rainy.
yeah,
It
but
gets cold and
they
rainy.
built that stadium so well that it kind of keeps a lot of that garbage out, just because it's meant to like refocus all the noise energy directly at the field. So I don't know. We'll see.
Know.
We'll see. That's what's that? AFC North, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a gauntlet too, boy.
Not my
promise.
conference. Not my problem.
Yeah.
So do
It's
y'all
gonna be good to watch.
do
We
y'all
I
play
have
them,
fun.
Well, it's gonna be good to watch
though.
for
Play
sure.
them.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
We
play
play
them
them.
though. We play the AFC North.
I'll be there.
We
play
got
them.
Who do we play?
Yeah,
from
we
the
play
North?
all of them.
Nope. We
Play
got
all
We got Baltimore.
Yeah. We
You got
got
Baltimore
Cleveland.
too.
We got the Ravens.
You got Baltimore too?
Yeah,
Yeah, see, so
Baltimore
so
got
yeah,
Pittsburgh.
yeah. The NFC
Yeah, we
East
got
play the
Baltimore,
AFC
Oh
bro.
shit! No, you're right because we got the
Yeah.
Bengals as well.
Yeah,
And
man. So we play them. So
and Pitt.
hey.
Oh Lord,
Oh
I forgot.
Lord is right.
Oh, that's cool.
Ravens.
Hey,
That's the
all I'm happy for is week 4.
yeah.
Week 4.
Really?
Yep.
We
Week
play
4.
Pittsburgh on Sunday night on
Back
week
in
5.
Tampa. We get to go back down to Tampa. Get the revenge game out. The only problem is it's going to be a 1:00 game. September 29th.
It's gonna be hot.
Yes, sir.
It's
I
gonna
remember
be
the
hot
last
in
dude.
Tampa.
I remember the last 1:00 game I went to in Tampa when the Birds came down after the Super Bowl. Bro, I was a damn lobster. I was red as hell. Like my wife looked miserable too. Holy shit! Like that's when I met Jordan Mailata. Like I had to take my jersey off and just rock the T-shirt because I was like, "This is too hot."
See, I was thinking about going to that Dallas Atlanta game. Like not going to the game, but even going to Atlanta, going to sports bar, doing whatever. Because that's gonna be hot. That's gonna be off the chain, boy. Atlanta's supposed to be quote unquote the new it team.
Yeah, they putting a lot.
Atlanta
of
made some
there,
nice
bro.
moves. They made some nice
They
moves.
did. They did.
Yeah,
but
How
Atlanta-
long do y'all think Kirk Cousins gonna last though?
I don't know.
Not long.
That's
I think
until
Penix
he
gonna take
doesn't.
that. Yeah, I think Penix
Until
gonna
he
take that
doesn't,
job.
I don't know how long it's going to
Yeah,
be.
but Penix also is injury prone and he's 24 years old though.
Yeah.
Penix is
he
light.
has,
Penix need to
he
put on
has had a
some
lot of
weight.
interest.
No,
Penix need to
if
put
he
on- but
starts
don't forget-
playing, if he starts playing, I'm asking my neighbor for tickets because that's his aunt. My next door neighbor across the street is his aunt.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I'll be like, "Hey, Robin, let me get some tickets."
Don't forget, Atlanta has a good running game. They have good tight ends and
Yeah.
wide receivers, and their O line.
They got Bijan. They got
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts still. They
Yep.
got Judon on defense now.
Yeah, they gonna. I think their defense gonna be legit.
Their defense gonna be something
They
serious.
got forget Judon. They got Simmons.
They got Simmons.
They got and Bates.
They did sign him.
And Bates.
They got Bates too.
So I
They
think
did
their
sign him?
defense gonna be legit.
They interchangeable, bro. That's
I
what
didn't
I'm
know they
talking
signed
about.
Simmons.
Yeah, they
What's
got
the big
Simmons.
Simmons down there?
Yeah,
Is
they
that the $8
signed
million
Simmons.
deal?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was about okay. I did see that. Sorry, man. I've been
Simmons,
out.
I
I was
was
just traveling.
mad.
I was in VA last week, so I missed a whole bunch of stuff. And then I came back to watch a 10:00 Cowboys game Eastern. Like, come on, man. Trying to watch
I was in the
UFC
sports
and the
bar.
Cowboys play at the same time.
You
I
gotta
had
go
to-
to
no,
sports
I-
bar for that.
No. I can watch it at the house.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Gotta go to
watching
sports bar.
watching the Adesanya fight and the Cowboys on
Yeah.
at the same time. Let's see what it looked like. See if I don't know if I can even put it on here or not.
Atlanta gonna be all right. We played them too. That's gonna be ill. You know how packed that game's gonna be in Atlanta when the Cowboys come down there? Man. Yo, man.
Here we go. This is how I was watching the fight. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Okay.
Screen. I love that.
I was in a sports bar in Harlem watching the Cowboys play, and then it was a fight. So I was like, I was in heaven.
Yeah. Sorry for all you Stream East watchers. Sorry about your luck. Get at me if you want help.
You know, I got you. I was just basically, been hanging out a little bit, so I haven't had the time to stream too much. But it's football season.
I don't do anything but stream, dude. No hardwired, nothing.
Yeah, me too.
I love it, and it's cheap.
I
gotta figure out what network my game's on Saturday. What time's my game on Saturday?
The Cowboys play at 4 o'clock on Saturday, which is an early game. That's a real early game on Saturday. It's gonna be
So we got the Chargers, right?
Yeah, we got the Chargers. They said Herbert might play.
Really?
said, why would he play the last game? Really?
Try to get him in groove and motion for the first game.
We're playing Saturday at 1. Ew.
Well, this the last week for all these mistakes and gimmies. It's about to be put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Are there any scrimmages, anything going on after this or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think no.
Yeah, because they
No,
said
they gotta get down to do roster cuts, right? So they gotta get down and do roster cuts and then get everybody ready to go for the season because I think it's only like 17 days or less after the last preseason game until week 1. Maybe it's just 2 weeks, 14 days.
Cut down days. We need to be on the lookout for a running back, another running back.
I mean, hey, this is where it's going to get interesting. All the people that get cut, they get picked up and cut loose, and stuff. It's going to be hot and heavy.
It's going to be real. Yep. This is where it's going to start going down at.
Yep.
There's still a lot of free agents out there. A lot of veterans.
Yeah.
Yep. And you guys have some money to spend now for this year.
They don't act like it.
I promise they don't act like it.
Jerry all in.
That's a true
Jerry
statement.
all in.
That's a true statement. He's all in on sipping tea this year.
I know he's upset, but come on, you don't have to be petty at the same time.
Yeah.
He's really petty. He's upset how we lost to Green Bay. That was embarrassing. I get it, but come on. That's crazy. Shoot.
Yeah, right now we got $7.6 million. So,
Oh, really?
yep. That's right now.
He just needs to go ahead and extend that and extend CD.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
I don't think they're going to get Dak done until near the end of the season.
No, that's what he wasn't doing before the season. He'll do it. Not doing the season. He said it's done.
If they don't do it, then it may not happen, and he's going to have all sorts of leverage next year.
He really got leverage now.
He's got all the leverage.
Yeah, like because
He's literally got all the leverage.
You can't franchise him.
Yeah,
so
can't franchise him, can't tag him, can't trade him.
Can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing. Can't do nothing but pay him.
He had to be like, make me an offer I can't refuse.
That's Jerry's fault. Jerry's always doing that to Dak, though. He's crazy.
But if there's one good thing you can say about Dak, it don't matter what happens this season, barring career-ending injury, God forbid, right? Nobody wants that, right? He's literally going to have FU money next season.
Yeah.
For whoever he plays for. It's going to be straight up FU money from whatever team.
All these people are talking down on Dak and saying he ain't this and he ain't that. Dak is going to the bank.
Yes, he
Dak
is.
is pulling up to Bank America or wherever he banks at, and laughing at everybody who said something negative about it.
But see, here's the thing, though. Is it about the money or is it about winning? Which one is it, though? That's the thing. You can sign all the money in the world, but look at Kirk Cousins. He has all the money, but he's not winning nothing. I mean,
The highest paid quarterback in NFL history right there. Isn't that crazy?
It's going to be at the end of the day. Which one is it? You want to win or you want the money? You can have both, too, with endorsements. Dak can have both, but I guess it's up to him.
Oh, and he's got it.
Yeah,
I think I read somewhere he still makes like 60, 70 million in endorsements alone.
And that's why Jerry wanted him to take a pay cut because of the endorsements, and there's no state tax in Dallas.
That's so rude.
That's why.
I mean, I kind of see where Jerry coming from because you get those endorsements because you play for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
but I'm not being paid by the Cowboys like that.
But it's because you are a Cowboy.
It's because you are a Cowboy.
No, I get it.
So indirectly, he is paying you indirectly.
But you say, yes, I get it because, but I want it from.
That's ego. That's where the
Yeah.
ego comes in. You know what I'm saying? Everything
Aren't
is
all
predicated
professional
on the
athletes
ego.
egotists? I don't care
I know
how big, how
everybody has
much.
one.
I don't know how. I don't care how humble the most humble player in the NFL is. Right? It's a business, right? You got to have an ego and got to be a
Yeah.
little bit crazy to play
Yeah.
sports at that level. And when somebody says you can make $55 million a year and be the public enemy number one, or you can make 35 million and be praised as the second coming. Fuck it. Give me my money. Let's go.
Yeah. But see, Patrick Mahomes said, I want to be loved by everybody and have 3 Super Bowl rings because I want to surround
it's hard to hate
myself
him, right?
with superstars.
It's hard to hate that voice. It's really hard to hate that voice. Even this last weekend, Travis was ripping on him for his voice when he was talking about that behind the back play. He's in there. He's doing the little sideline thing with the reporter, and he's like, Patrick was in the huddle doing his thing. He's like, he's like, I don't know what he said, so I just ran a route. What's wrong with y'all, man?
But I don't know though. But you got to think about it. Quarterback is always going to get paid no matter what. Quarterback's always going to get paid. You're going to get paid. But do you want to win or you just want to be paid like Kirk Cousins? That's the thing. You want to be Kirk Cousins or you want to be Patrick Mahomes? Which one is it?
Well, I mean, the question should be asked to all those other players that just got paid, in excess of 52 this year, right?
Yeah.
How many of them have an opportunity to win? I mean, every year, too, do.
Yeah.
Right? But how many of those dudes over 50, right, have a legitimate opportunity to bring their team to that chance?
Because let's be honest. What is Trevor Lawrence about? What is Trevor Lawrence going to win?
He's getting paid on potential. That's why he got his deal.
Hair contest.
Tua's good. Tua's good. The only thing is, if they play in the cold, how can you win?
Yep.
With a warm weather team like that, that's the only thing with Miami. That's
He's
why they have to
another
have
one
home field
that gets
advantage.
flustered. Yep, he's another one that gets flustered outside the pocket as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can kind of understand him getting flustered because we were concerned for his health at one point.
Concussions.
I mean, that's very true. He did a really good job this last year after taking all that BJJ to help himself out, but still, he definitely did a much better job of protecting himself. Yeah. But was it to his detriment?
See, that's why Miami, I think,
did he win as many games for it? Right? Like before, he was standing in the pocket and take all the abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's like, I know I'm gonna get hit. I'm gonna make this throw. I'm gonna hit it. It's gonna look spectacular. They're gonna look back and go.
Yeah, but look at the speed that he also has on offense, though. He has a track team.
Like for real track.
And then they just picked up the running back from Tennessee, the University of Tennessee, another track guy. I was mad about that because I thought the Dallas Cowboys were going to take him. I have nothing but track stars on their team.
They're good. So that was the problem last year. Waddle and Tyreek were almost never healthy at the same time last year.
Yeah, he ain't lying about that.
So it kind of hindered him a little bit. But I mean, bro, that's the same across the league. Injuries are so bad, and that's I get it. That's why the league is working so hard, to protect the guys. But at the same time, like it's not a cute sport, right? It's a violent sport. So
protecting the guys by extending actually the football season to 18 games. Yeah, right. They protecting the guys, all right.
So from what I heard from that, they're going to have to add in a second bye week.
I mean,
they almost do like an all-star break like baseball does. Right? It's almost like they say, like, hey, we're going to cut the entire league for a week, right? We're going to do like an all-star break, right? Like that's where you do your Pro Bowl kind of thing in the middle, which is weird. But
I mean, they may get more views if they do it in the middle because nobody cares after the
It's
Super
gotten
Bowl.
better though. I'll say this: it's gotten better. Viewership in the Pro Bowl the last couple of years has gotten better. Because they brought back some of the things that the people wanted to see. The flag game is far more entertaining to watch than it was watching the tackle two hand touch game that everybody played.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I won't ever forget when I went to the Pro Bowl in Orlando the year that Kobe died. When I was at the stadium when we found out Kobe passed, and it was right after Fletcher Cox ran like a 75-yard interception for a touchdown.
Mm.
Where else Fletcher Cox going to run 75 yards? Nowhere. Not for a tutty.
So if I see the
I think they're
report,
doing a good
the
job.
report that came out not long ago saying that Tyreek Hill and Tua has some tension going on because Tyreek Hill went on video and they asked him what was his top five quarterbacks and he named everybody but Tua.
Mm. So who he named?
Wait, I thought he put Tua in there, or was that when he skipped Tua and put Baker in there?
Yeah, he put Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott.
Baker Mayfield.
He
Yeah,
said
dude, he put Baker as 5.
He's being petty.
The hell?
I
Yeah.
think he's being petty. He had to be being petty.
Oh,
Baker
he was.
Mayfield.
He's
Ain't
playing
no way.
Motown records all day,
Okay.
little Petty LaBelle.
He was
So what
being
about
petty.
this report about Brian Flores saying that Tua said Brian Flores told him that he wasn't good enough, and
I heard that too.
I believe that. I
I
believe
Yeah, I
believe,
that.
saw
yeah,
that.
I
I
believe
saw
it.
that video.
Yeah,
Because of
because
Belichick.
Brian Flores didn't want him to begin with. Brian Flores did not want to draft Tua. He didn't. But I mean, the thing about it is Tua acting like he really did something.
But you know what though? Bill Belichick's disciples, they always have problems with quarterbacks though. When they're head coach, they always have problems with quarterbacks for the most part. That could be just a Bill Belichick philosophy, being hard on quarterbacks. I mean, he was hard on Tom Brady in the beginning
He
too.
really was. He was hard on Brady.
He was
That
real
could
hard
be a
on Brady.
Belichick thing. That could be a Belichick thing. So I don't know. I like Tua, but he just needs to toughen up a little bit, I guess. But he's
We'll
not
see.
that big either. He's not big. Tua's
No.
not big. Just like Lamar Jackson's not big, and Lamar lost weight to be faster
That's
this
not
year.
good for him. That's not good for him. I
Yeah,
think
but
I think he was at the
Lamar
right
does
size
a good
last year.
job of getting down and not taking a kill shot.
Most times.
He does he does
Scares
a
me
great
though.
job with it.
He has quick feet, but still, one shot. All it takes is that one shot.
Yeah.
And you know they itching to hit him. Like you know how many people you done juked and spent all and put on Sports Center, right?
Let me ask y'all a
First chance I
question.
get.
Would y'all take Lamar Jackson or Dak Prescott, or would you take Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts?
Wait, what now?
For the Cowboys, for Nikki and my boy Cowboy Nation and Foxy, would you take Lamar Jackson or Dak Prescott? And for you, Smokey Batman, would you take Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts? That's what I figured.
I think I'm gonna go with Jackson, man. I do. I think because like his ability to impact the game, like he can like literally take a game over. Ain't too many of them out there.
Yeah, I think I'll take Lamar too. Because his impact on the game, and when he's in the game, I mean, he's just a different man. He's like a cheat code, like Michael Vick. He's a right-handed Michael Vick with a cheat code, with a better arm. I like Lamar. That's why I put him number one on my list. He was number one on my list.
Yeah. So
Y'all think I'm gonna just leave y'all think I'm gonna just let my quarterback leave my quarterback out there to drive?
I'm just saying, if you had a choice, if you could pick Lamar or Dak, who you gonna choose? Let's keep it 100.
Okay, so for me, Lamar and Dak both give me two different things. Lamar and Dak give me two different things. Lamar gonna give me the speed. He's gonna give me the run. the run plays. He's gonna give me the speed, and he. I don't know, but Dak is gonna give you the arm to get the ball down the field. He gonna give you a little bit more of the accuracy than Lamar. So I will have to pick them for two different things. But if the game was on the line and I had to decide who I'm gonna pick to win the game, I would probably have to go with Lamar.
Mm. Jazzy Jeff, what's up, man? What you contemplating right now?
Life.
You're like, wait a minute. You're like, wait a minute. Hold on.
I mean, there's a lot to be said, man. It's really tough because I love to see my guy go. I've had a real hard time with how Lamar throws the ball over the years. Like when he throws the ball, especially long, I make an audible duck sound because all of those balls look like a wobbly duck as they fly through the air. Right. And his long balls are honestly not very good. I think the points you make about him being like a right-handed Michael Vick are very solid, right? And it's hard to kind of pull that away, but I like Jalen's arm better. So I'm honestly at a stalemate. Like I can't really pick one or the other because there's things that I like and things that I dislike about what they've done so far in their careers.
And here's the thing though. We want Dak Prescott at $55 million, and Lamar's getting $52 million, right? Mm-hmm. So we would take Lamar over Dak. So then, if you are in the boardroom negotiating the contract, you think Jerry Jones is not going to say that shit? You think he's not going to pick that up and say, "Yo, listen, you know what?
Lamar got an MVP on his resume.
I mean, that's fair.
And he's taking he's taking 52 a year. Yeah, so.
But he also got he got the MVP and
twice.
Yeah, he got it this last year too, didn't
he? Yeah, yeah, he beat Dak for it.
I don't know how these other quarterbacks that went a lot further than he did and had better years didn't get MVP. I don't know.
I think they based that on the regular season though. Right?
Yeah, he was lights out in the regular season.
He was lights out.
So was Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott.
No.
See, but I think what lost it for Dak was that Buffalo game and that Miami game.
Ooh.
I think
the Miami game. He played good in the Miami game. It wasn't his fault though.
It wasn't his fault,
but the voters aren't going to care. An L is an L. An L is an L, even if it doesn't come on your shoulders.
And that's a Pollard game.
An L, An L is an L, and they're going to be like, well, he didn't win the game, so how can I give him my vote if he didn't take it upon his shoulders to do what he needed to do?
But Dak played well enough for the Cowboys to win the Miami game.
Yeah, it's a fickle argument, man.
Hey, listen, it depends on the writers. It depends on the writers. It depends on the media. I mean, the Cowboys are on ESPN every day. Every day.
Yeah.
First take. Get up. Yeah. Every day they have a segment on the Cowboys.
They joke about that now, too.
It's crazy.
They joke about it.
It's crazy. But you couldn't vote for Dak Prescott for MVP, but you have a segment about the Cowboys every day. Every day.
Hate it or love it.
I don't know if I love it, but I'm just saying every day. And then you get Stephen A. Smith with his gibberish and Shay talking his mess. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing here? Oh, my God. It's crazy, though. It's crazy. So that was one of the reasons why I also wanted to ask the question about Lamar, Dak, and Herbert. And I mean Hurts, because if I'm negotiating contracts, it's like, wait a minute. Lamar's getting this. Why should you get this? You know what I'm saying? So, and that goes on in these actual discussions about salaries.
Of course.
I know they do.
Of course. You absolutely should. It becomes your leverage piece.
So that's why when somebody told me that Dak should get $60 million, I was like, what? I said, hold on, time out. I understand the market value, but $60 million?
It's absurd. It's absurd. $60 million is absurd.
If I had to guess, I would say Dallas will probably pay him anywhere between 57.5 and 58, or that's what they'll offer him, right? To reset the market yet again. And if he goes somewhere else, they're going to be 59-60, right? Because they're going to have to make sure that they overbid where Jerry may come back, even though he's a UFA.
I heard it's possible that Dak will take a hometown discount.
I
heard
doubt
it's
that.
possible. So,
I wish.
I wish too, but if he do it, it'll be to keep CD and Michael around.
Yeah.
They can do it, but if they structure the contract just right, it won't even make a difference, right? Like I know that there was supposed to be about 120 mil or something like that plus for you guys next year, but if they structure these things right, they won't feel that next year. But that's the problem. Jerry likes to front load contracts, not back load contracts.
Matter of fact, what was that cryptic message that actually CD put out anyway with the Black Spider-Man?
Oh,
Does anybody know?
What?
Nikki, I wanted to ask you that and Foxy about that cryptic message that CD Lamb put on IG. That Black Spider-Man suit. I said, wait a minute, is he a villain now? What are we doing, CD? Or you gonna fall out? I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Because CD's never like that. I've never seen CD post anything like that before, ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
They say he put on about 14 pounds too, then.
Yeah, he put on some weight.
Hey, you better be testing some blood for some PEDs, bro. Don't nobody put on 14 pounds. I'm sorry. I don't care what you're on. You're not putting up 14 pounds in the off season, bro, without some little extra help.
You sure it's not that cornbread and collard greens down there, brother? You sure about that?
If it's 14 pounds of muscle, if it's 14 pounds of muscle, they got nothing to do with cornbread, collard greens, pig feet, none of that, right? Because that is not what you get 14 pounds from. Now, you can get 14 pounds in the offseason eating all that, but it ain't going to be,
it ain't going to be muscle.
Meat. It ain't going to be meat. It's going to be meat fat.
What's his percentage of body fat? Does anybody know?
I don't keep up with it like that.
I had to check it because 14 pounds of muscle. When I saw that, I was like, okay, CD.
That's a lot.
Then I was wondering about
that's a lot. Like, that's a lot.
I know.
That's what I said. PED,
yeah,
PED,
wait a minute.
PED.
Lamar put on weight like that, too. Last year, Lamar put on weight just like that.
Was it 14 pounds?
And he said he slowed him down, like 12 pounds, 10, 12 pounds. He said it slowed him down.
I would have been, I'd have been PED testing both their asses. Bro, 7 to 8 is, you think about how long they were off, right? We're talking, let's just say, let's give it a good round 6 months, right? You're talking about you putting over 2 pounds of muscle a month on? Brother, what?
That's what you think he's on? Nugenics?
God bless you, brother.
He's on Nugenics or something. That's crazy.
Oh, him and Frank Thomas out there crushing balls. Doug Flutie's tossing it to him.
Well, you know they would take, some of the
she'll love it too.
Was taking Viagra. Y'all know that, right? They were taking Viagra for their performance on the field. So anything is possible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Chad said he used to take Viagra before the game, man.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. You never know.
That's why the lines in. That's why the lines in the advertising, and she'll love it too. They know. The NO2, the NO2 freaking ingest.
Well,
yeah, we got to get CD Lamb's dad on the show again, Nikki, and say, hey, how are your son put on 14 pounds of muscle? What's the secret? You think he'd tell us?
I was talking to him earlier when we was on here. That's what I was getting information from. But
Weston.
It's our 2 hours, guys.
Yep.
Did Sean hit old man time on us real quick and not even say anything?
Nah, feels good to be back. We back,
baby.
Good to see everybody. Been a weird off season.
I mean, I know we talking in chat, all day and stay in touch in the chat. But it's good to see each other's face. Everybody doing okay, doing good. Life
Yes,
still be lifing.
yes,
Things
it
still
does.
be going on
That
behind
it
the
does.
scenes. But our favorite time of the season is back, and we get a chance to have some distractions, and we get a chance to not have to just key in on some of the things that we all be going through.
Yes,
Yeah.
But I
indeed.
must say that
Mhm.
since we all joined together, we have stayed in the pack and stayed strong and stayed down for each other. So
Mhm.
I think that's a good thing. You don't find that too often. That people that only know each other through social media, but we
Mhm.
we stay in the pack for each other. So,
That's what
so
we
Jerome,
do.
your show next week.
Yeah.
Huh?
Jerome, next week.
So yeah, next week I'm aiming for Wednesday next week. So I'll be able to do this show from start to finish next week, and then I can go back to my regular night Wednesday.
Okay. So, yeah. So next week we should be able to talk about our cuts, who we kept on the 53-man roster, and where we go from there, and get ready for a regular season opener.
Yep. We got
Let's go,
Cleveland.
Trigger Trey. Let's go, Trigger
Yes.
Trey.
Cleveland in Cleveland. Oh my.
Yeah, yeah. That'll
Hey, at
be
least it's not gonna be
interesting.
Oh,
cold.
man, it's a good
It's
time of year,
not gonna
bro.
be cold. Perfect near the water.
Best time of the
Yeah.
year.
Not
So
gonna be
I'm,
cold.
I'm worried about Tyler Guyton blocking Miles Garrett. I am
yeah,
genuinely concerned about that.
yeah.
So I know I didn't really say much about him. Like I'm also really concerned, or not even really concerned, right? Like, I'm interested to see how he's going to handle premier edge rushers, right? Like I
Mhm.
watched his arms, I watched his feet in the preseason, and he looked pretty decent against twos and threes, right? But I really want to see a premier edge rusher
Right.
come off not in a wide nine technique, right? And swim him and try and go inside and see how Tyler reacts to it. Because honestly, that's where his biggest flaw was, even in the Senior Bowl, was getting
Mhm.
beat inside, right? So I'm really concerned about how he's going to move his feet. I have no doubt that the Dallas offensive line coach is going to do a good job getting him ready as best he can. But man, that's going to be a good one for sure.
Man, your boy's his mentor. Your boy's his mentor. He gonna be good.
Yeah, but he's not in
So that's
Oklahoma anymore.
one of the only
And
things that
he's not in Philly.
development is that offensive
Don't
line.
matter.
We
Don't
we
matter.
are good at developing our offensive line.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are. We
The
are.
He
only
gonna
We
he
are.
gonna be all
Yeah,
right.
I'm not concerned about it. He's going to be okay, right? There's a reason, like you said, well, there's a reason why Lane Johnson said I want him to be my replacement as a right tackle, but he went over to left tackle. So we'll see what happens.
But
so
don't forget, the only reason why Guyton was actually right tackle because the quarterback was left-handed. Remember that.
Yeah,
Mm.
Remember that.
well,
That's why I
that's
keep telling everybody. That's why
right.
it's the
yeah, but I
blind
mean,
side.
yeah, it's protecting the blind side, but the technique is so different, right?
It is different.
That big right leg kick that
Mhm.
Lane or anybody else would have taught him. Right now, he's got to take that natural right-legged kick and flip that jaw to a left-legged kick, and then hope that he can still move it well. I think he'll do fine.
It's
Right? I'm
just
not
like
going to knock him.
dancing. It's like dancing the salsa, baby. He gonna be all right.
I
It's
mean,
just
he's
like
thin enough.
dancing salsa,
He's thin enough.
baby.
He can throw some hips.
What? What?
He
He
can
gonna
throw
be
some
good.
hips. I just don't want to see his back flexing too much. Right? There's a couple times I've seen his back flex a little bit too much.
He'll be all right. You know, he's a
Folks,
rookie. He'll be
folks
all
getting
right.
up underneath him and kind of lifting his pads up, and you watch him with his chin up in the air, like, ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
I
If you
mean, well,
can't, you can't
at
get that
least we'll
control.
have an excuse. He's a rookie, so at least we'll have an excuse.
Yeah, I mean,
No, if
Yeah,
nothing, um,
listen. He might be an all-pro as a rookie.
he
He
could
might be an
be.
all-pro as
We
a
I'm gonna
won't
rookie.
say
know
You never
this:
know.
until we know.
if he come out here week one and he hold his own against, in my opinion, the best the league has to offer coming off the edge, he's gonna make a strong case
Yeah,
early.
he got to go against T.J. Watt as well. He has to go up against T.J.
Yep.
Yeah,
Watt in week 5.
Josh Sweat,
yeah.
Yeah.
old Sweaty J.
Listen,
um,
because the first half of our schedule is really tough. The back half is not.
yeah,
You
It's
know
the
what I
first
not.
mean?
half is brutal.
Yeah. He gets by that. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right.
I can't wait, dude.
So if y'all
Can't
had
wait,
to
dude.
pick between BB and Hoffman, who would y'all go with?
BB. because BB's nastier.
That's my
BB got a mean streak.
that's
I
my
like the
pick.
mean streak. I like
Mhm.
BB.
I'm gonna go with BB only because Zach Martin hadn't retired. Ain't retired yet. Now
Right.
I prefer to see BB at guard, but we got Zach Martin there. You ain't moving Zach Martin. So
Right.
yeah.
But I will say my pick, Nealon. The boy look good. That boy look
Yes.
like that boy came NFL ready. That
Mm-hmm.
boy look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him and Carl Lawson's going to be a good 1-2 punch coming off the bench in the reserve role
Mm-hmm.
this year.
I like that. He knows how to shed blocks. He knows how to disengage. Like, and for him to be, especially coming from a smaller school, to already know how to hand fight and beat blocks with his hands. That's
Tells a lot. That's telling. That's
it,
natural talent.
yeah, yeah.
That's natural talent. Who else? Y'all think Deuce Vaughn make the team this year?
Hmm.
Oh, he made a case in his Raiders game though.
He's going to make it over Malik Davis if he does. He's better than Malik Davis.
Yeah,
I think they need to find a better way to use him. I think if they could find different ways to use him, I think he could still be a valuable.
But he needs to stay healthy too. I mean, because
but you got Turpin then. Don't forget you got Turpin. You got Turpin as an all-pro kickoff return man and wide receiver. So where's Deuce gonna fit in? That's the only problem. Because of his size.
Yep.
He's not Sproles. He's not as big as Sproles.
Right.
Nope.
So,
tried to tell you.
And his vision is not good, not as good neither.
Tried to tell you. Y'all didn't want to hear it.
Now we said that he's not as big as Sproles. There was other Cowboy fans. They was like, oh, he's gonna be good as Sproles. Put him on the field. It's like, come on, man, relax.
But that was me.
Sproles was different,
that was
bro.
me. I'm Cowboys fan. You talking about?
No, it wasn't you. It was the other fans that sometimes get overzealous because of what happened in college. They say, "Oh, put him out there. We good."
Yeah.
Jerome said, "I was spade a spade."
Yeah, I mean, I saw Darren Sproles. I was like, he can be another Darren Sproles.
I still think he has something in him that he can be valuable to the team. I just think that our coaches have to find a way to use him and to implement him into plays.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that. Now, Mike McCarthy, that he did aggravate me with this game of time clock management again. That's a big issue for me, and it's like he's doing the shit all over again.
Hey, is Dak Prescott calling the plays this game on Saturday like he did last year at the last game?
I
heard they talking about it.
I heard they were in discussion with it.
Yeah. Is he not playing?
No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Has he played at all this preseason?
His rookie year, he did, but not after that.
I think we'll see our starters for at least a series on Saturday, right before you guys.
Everybody will, but not Dak.
Huh?
Dak won't.
No,
Dak's gonna have on the head coaching gear, calling plays.
There you go.
He did last year.
Mm-hmm.
But it depends on. I don't know. Some
visions of things to be.
Want to play. Some quarterbacks don't.
Yeah.
You just have to be careful with those type of games because people are they you don't even know who envy you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And sometimes players they do, some of them is intentionally, some of them are not. You just have to be careful with those type of things, especially when they go right into your regular season.
Yeah, and that is a rough game too, because you got a lot of people that are on the bubble that are really trying to get a roster spot, right? So they're trying to go, full hand,
extra hard.
They're look,
trying to stand out,
nothing to lose type ish. You know what I mean?
And that's exactly why I'm watching.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am too. Our secondary. I need to find out who's going to be in our secondary.
Right. So.
It was good to see Overshown.
Oh yeah,
I already know, but man, I'm so ready to not have the biggest trash unit in the NFL at CB this year. Ah, bless.
You have Slay though. You had Slay back there. Burntberry. You had Anthony Brown #2. Burntberry. That's what I call
You
him.
just
Burntberry.
Trashberry. Trashberry.
The CD we
Yeah,
giving it to him.
I know who we
Right.
had back there. It was a bunch of bodies, but there wasn't no players last year in the second half. I mean, to be fair, the season. The secondary was horrific the entire season. Yeah, we got
Some of that was
TJ.
coaching too, though.
Yeah, no, 100%. There was a lot of coaching issues there as well. There was a lot of effort problems. There was a lot of problems. There was a lot of problems.
And that's the thing. Like I don't want to keep like beating a dead horse, but it really seemed like Sirianni lost that team last year down the stretch.
Yeah, you're right. And like we were saying earlier, I think right before you popped on, the only reason that he kept his job was because of his previous success and his willingness to kind of take a back seat this year. But if him taking a back seat still doesn't yield results, bye.
Yeah. I think he hanging on by a thread because that team got too much talent not to at least make a run. You know what I'm saying?
I would agree with you. I would agree.
Yeah.
They did
I
a
think
lot.
it was the 49er game that did him in. It was the 49er game. The 49ers came in there.
I think
right
that
in the mouth.
kind of. I think that I'm not gonna say that broke spirits, but that really like shook a lot of people, right? But I think the Buffalo game just was the nail in the coffin. Like they gave everything they had in that one, and it was like we got nothing else. Like we are done. I don't know. It's a weird thing to see. You know, like I told people all off season, they're like, "Oh, so how do you feel about having or losing to the Bucks?" I'm like, "Bro, we didn't even deserve to play in that game. I wish we weren't in the playoffs, right? Like we did not deserve to be in the postseason at all. And honestly, that's the only time since 2002 that the Eagles have played in Tampa that I have not watched them or gone to watch them play. The only time, because I knew going into that game that we were going to lose, and I didn't want to be there for it.
Wow.
Well,
It's a hard thing to say as an Eagles.
we about to see what happened. Dog fight.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
Go.
Where we at
You
now?
want to take us out?
Yeah, I'll take us
September
out tonight. Take us out. Thank everybody for coming out to the safe zone. We missed you guys immensely. Really did. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm looking forward to the season. I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to do. And please, Jerry Jones, keep your mouth shut from now on out. No more being a Momo rapper. None of that. No more being Don King. None of that. Please, just let the players play and the coaches coach. That's all I ask for Jerry Jones. But anyway, everybody, thanks for coming out. We love you guys. Thank you. And let's get this show on the road, baby. Let's go. Give me my 12 wins again. Let's make some noise in the playoffs and let's get it popping.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. Go Birds.
Birds.
Go Birds.
Jesus.
All right.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Well, it's been real.
Yes, it has. What's Foxy?
I don't know what Foxy is.
Foxy cut the camera off and went to sleep on the.
He probably asleep.
He said, I need a nap real quick, so he probably taking a nap.
His favorite thing is old man time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's an hour and 20 minutes beyond old man time now.
Right.
He at working right now too, so it is what it is.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
y'all.
As always, thanks everybody for joining us and tuning in. We appreciate you guys, and I will meet you guys in the chat.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sweet.
God bless everybody.
Good night.
Y'all be safe, man.
Sure.